My beloved brothers and sisters, as the days of Ramadan pass quickly, we are approaching the most powerful and blessed nights of this entire month. These are not ordinary nights. These are nights that can change your destiny, nights that can erase years of mistakes, nights that can transform your life forever. Many of us started Ramadan with excitement. We promised ourselves that this year would be different. We told ourselves that we would pray more, read more Quran, and stay away from sin. But as the days passed, some of us became tired, some of us became distracted, and some of us feel like we did not do enough. But listen carefully, it is not too late. The beauty of Ramadan is that Allah has placed the greatest reward at the end. The last nights are not just important, they are the most valuable nights of the entire year. Within these nights is a night that is greater than 1,000 months. Imagine that worship done in a single night can be worth more than 83 years of worship. This is the mercy of Allah. Allah is giving you an opportunity that may never come again. None of us know if we will see another Ramadan. None of us know if we will witness these nights again. That is why these nights are a gift, a final chance to reconnect with our Creator. Some people think they must be perfect before they turn to Allah. They think their sins are too many, their mistakes too big, their past too dark. But the truth is the opposite. Allah loves when His servants return to Him. No matter how far you went, the door of mercy is still open. The last nights of Ramadan are like a door wide open, waiting for you to walk through it. These nights are not about perfection. They are about sincerity. Stand before Allah, even if your heart feels weak. Raise your hands and make dua, even if you feel you don't deserve it. Cry to Allah, even if your tears are few. Because sometimes one sincere moment can change everything. One sincere dua can fix what years of effort could not fix. One night of turning back to Allah can bring peace to a heart that has been restless for years. So in these last nights, don't focus only on how much you do. Focus on how sincere you are. Pray with humility. Ask Allah for forgiveness. Ask Him to guide you. Ask Him to change your heart. Speak to Allah like someone who truly needs Him. Because we all do. And when Ramadan ends, don't let your relationship with Allah end with it. Let these nights be the beginning of a new chapter in your life. Leave Ramadan as someone different. Leave with a heart that is softer. Leave with a stronger connection to your Creator. Leave with the determination to continue the good you started. Because the real success of Ramadan is not just fasting for 30 days. The real success is becoming a better servant of Allah for the rest of your life. So take these nights seriously. Wake up when others are sleeping. Make dua when others are distracted. Turn to Allah when others are forgetting Him. Because the last nights of Ramadan have the power to change everything. And perhaps, just perhaps, one of these nights will change your life forever. My beloved brothers and sisters, Ramadan is a gift that comes to us only once a year. It arrives quietly, bringing with it mercy, forgiveness, and countless opportunities to draw closer to Allah. At the beginning of the month, many of us welcomed it with excitement. Our hearts were full of hope, our intentions were strong, and we promised ourselves that this Ramadan would be different. But now, look how quickly the days have passed. It feels like just yesterday we were welcoming the first fast, praying the first Taraweeh, and making our plans for the month. Yet today we find ourselves in the final part of Ramadan. The nights are passing, the opportunities are slipping away, and the reality is becoming clear. Ramadan is almost over. This realization should wake our hearts. Because the truth is, none of us knows if we will ever witness another Ramadan again. Last year, there were people fasting beside us, standing beside us in prayer, making dua just like we were. Today, many of them are no longer here. Their opportunity has ended, their book of deeds has closed, and they would give anything for just one more moment of Ramadan. But you and I are still here. This is not by accident. Allah in His mercy allowed us to reach these days and nights. That means the door is still open for us. The opportunity is still in front of us. The chance to seek forgiveness, to correct our hearts, and to reconnect with our Creator is still alive. So do not let the remaining days pass like ordinary days. Sometimes when Ramadan reaches its end, people become tired. Their energy decreases, their motivation weakens, and they begin to slow down in their worship. But the believer understands something very important. The ending of Ramadan is just as important as the beginning, if not more. These final days are a chance to finish strong. If you feel like your Ramadan was not perfect, remember that Allah does not ask for perfection. He asks for sincerity. Even if you feel that you did not pray enough, did not read enough Quran, or made mistakes along the way, it is not too late to turn back. One sincere moment can erase many careless ones. Raise your hands in dua and ask Allah for forgiveness. Pray with humility and presence in your heart. Open the Quran and allow its words to soften your soul. Give charity even if it is small. Do good deeds with the intention that Allah accepts them, because the most beloved deeds to Allah are those done sincerely, even if they are small. Do not allow yourself to reach the end of Ramadan with regret. Do not be among those who let this blessed month slip away without taking full advantage of it. Instead, be among those who recognize the value of these final moments. Make the most of every remaining fast. Make the most of every prayer. Make the most of every night, because Ramadan is almost over. And the question we must all ask ourselves is this: when this beautiful month leaves, will it leave our hearts the same, or will it leave us transformed? My beloved brothers and sisters, as Ramadan begins to draw to a close, we enter a period that is unlike any other time in the entire year. These are the final nights of Ramadan, nights filled with mercy, forgiveness, and opportunities that are beyond our imagination. These nights are not ordinary. They carry a power and a blessing that can change a person's life forever. Many people do not realize the true value of these nights. Throughout the month, we fasted, we prayed, we tried our best to improve ourselves. But the greatest treasure of Ramadan is hidden within these final nights. It is as though Allah has placed the most precious gift at the end of the journey for those who remain patient and sincere. Within these nights lies a night that is greater than 1,000 months. Think about that for a moment. One single night of worship can be worth more than 83 years of devotion. Imagine standing in prayer, making dua, asking Allah for forgiveness, and receiving rewards that equal a lifetime of worship. This is not because of our greatness. It is because of the mercy and generosity of Allah. The secret of these nights is not only in how much we do, but in how sincerely we turn to our Creator. These nights are a chance to rebuild a broken heart. They are a chance to erase sins that may have been weighing on us for years. They are a chance to reconnect with Allah in a way that we may have never done before. During the day, life can distract us. Our responsibilities, our work, our worries, and our routines often fill our time and occupy our minds. But the night is different. The night is calm. The world becomes quiet. And in that quiet moment, it becomes easier to speak to Allah from the depths of the heart. This is why the believers cherish the night. When others are sleeping, the sincere servant stands before Allah. When others are resting, the believer raises their hands in dua. In those silent moments, something beautiful happens. The heart begins to soften. The soul begins to heal, and the connection with Allah becomes stronger. These nights are also a reminder of Allah's endless mercy. No matter how many mistakes a person has made, no matter how far they may feel from their Creator, the door of forgiveness is still open. Allah does not turn away the one who sincerely returns to Him. Perhaps someone feels that their past is full of regrets. Perhaps someone feels that they have wasted many opportunities. But these nights are proof that Allah always gives His servants another chance. One sincere tear shed in the darkness of the night can erase mountains of sins. One heartfelt dua can change the direction of a person's life. This is the power hidden within the last nights of Ramadan. So do not treat these nights like any other nights of the year. Do not allow them to pass while we are distracted by things that will not benefit us. Instead, fill these nights with prayer, remembrance, and sincere supplication. Speak to Allah openly. Ask Him for forgiveness. Ask Him to guide your heart. Ask Him to grant you peace, strength, and a better future. Because these nights are more than just the ending of Ramadan. They are a gift, a mercy, and a powerful opportunity to change our lives forever. And the one who truly understands their value will not allow a single one of them to pass without turning back to Allah. My beloved brothers and sisters, one of the most beautiful truths in our faith is this: no matter how far a person may go, the door back to Allah is always open. Human beings make mistakes, we fall into sin, we forget our purpose, and sometimes we drift away from the path we once promised to follow. Yet despite all of this, Allah never closes the door of mercy for those who wish to return. Think about that for a moment. The Creator of the heavens and the earth, the one who controls everything in existence, still invites us to come back to Him. He does not push us away because of our past. He does not reject us because of our mistakes. Instead, He calls us again and again to return. Ramadan is one of the clearest reminders of this mercy. During this blessed month, Allah opens the doors of forgiveness wider than ever. It is as though He is telling His servants, come back to me. No matter what you have done, come back. The last nights of Ramadan make this invitation even stronger. Perhaps someone listening feels that they have made too many mistakes. Maybe they look at their life and see years of neglect, sins that weigh heavily on their heart, and opportunities they regret wasting. Shaitan whispers to them that it is too late, that their sins are too big, and that they are not worthy of forgiveness. But that whisper is a lie. Allah's mercy is greater than every sin we have ever committed. No matter how many times a person falls, what matters most is that they stand up and return to their Creator. Allah loves the one who turns back to Him. Imagine a servant who has been distant for a long time, finally raising their hands in dua. Imagine someone who has not prayed sincerely for years, suddenly standing in prayer during the quiet hours of the night. At that moment, Allah does not reject them. Instead, He welcomes them with mercy and forgiveness. This is the beauty of returning to Allah. You do not need perfect words. You do not need a perfect past. You only need a sincere heart. Even if your voice trembles, even if your eyes fill with tears, even if you do not know what to say, speak to Allah anyway. Tell Him about your struggles. Tell Him about the mistakes you regret and the future you hope to change. Allah already knows what is in your heart, but He loves when His servant turns to Him and asks. And remember this, one sincere moment can transform a life. One sincere dua can open doors you never imagined. One sincere step toward Allah can bring you closer to peace than you have felt in years. So if you feel distant, return. If you feel broken, return. If you feel lost, return. Do not delay your return, because none of us know how much time we have left. The opportunity that exists today may not exist tomorrow. These last nights of Ramadan are reminder that Allah's mercy is still waiting for us. The door is still open. The invitation is still there. And the chance to start again is still within reach. All that remains is for us to take that step back toward our Creator. Because no matter how far we may have gone, Allah is always waiting for our return. My beloved brothers and sisters, never underestimate the power of a sincere dua. Sometimes we look at our problems and feel overwhelmed. We see difficulties in our lives, struggles in our hearts, and challenges that seem too big to overcome. At times, it feels like nothing will change, like we are stuck in the same situation with no way forward. But what many people forget is that the believer possesses a powerful tool, a connection with the one who controls everything. Dua is not just words that we say. Dua is a conversation with the Creator of the universe. It is the moment when a servant turns to Allah with humility, hope, and complete trust. When you raise your hands and call upon Allah, you are calling upon the one who has the power to change any situation in an instant. Nothing is impossible for Allah. There are people whose lives changed completely because of one sincere dua. A person may have been drowning in hardship, but one heartfelt call to Allah opened doors they never expected. Another person may have been struggling with sadness and anxiety, but one night of sincere supplication brought peace back into their heart. This is the beauty of dua. But sincerity is the key. Dua is not just about repeating words. It is about speaking from the depths of your heart. It is about admitting your weakness and recognizing that you truly need Allah. Sometimes the most powerful duas are the simplest ones. A person might stand in the quiet of the night and say, "Oh Allah, I am lost, guide me." Another might say, "Oh Allah, forgive me, I truly regret my mistakes." Someone else might whisper, "Oh Allah, fix my heart and make my future better than my past." These simple words, when spoken sincerely, are incredibly powerful. The last nights of Ramadan are the perfect time for these duas. The world becomes quiet, the distractions fade away, and the believer stands alone before their Creator. In those moments, the heart opens up and the soul finds the courage to speak honestly to Allah. Never think that your dua is too small or too insignificant. Never think that Allah is not listening. Allah hears every whisper, every tear, every call made from a sincere heart. Sometimes Allah answers a dawah immediately. Sometimes He delays the answer because something better is planned. And sometimes He protects us from something we cannot see. But every sincere dua is heard. So in these last nights, raise your hands with hope. Ask Allah for forgiveness. Ask Him to guide you, to strengthen your faith, to bless your family, and to grant you peace in this life and the next. Speak to Allah as someone who truly needs Him, because we all do. And remember this powerful truth: your life does not always change because of a big event or a dramatic moment. Sometimes it changes because of a single sincere dua made in the quiet of the night, a moment when a servant turns to their Creator with complete sincerity. And that one moment can open doors of mercy, guidance, and blessings that transform a life forever. My beloved brothers and sisters, Ramadan is not just a month that comes and goes. It is a journey meant to transform our hearts, purify our souls, and bring us closer to Allah. When Ramadan began, many of us entered this blessed month with hopes and intentions. We wanted to improve ourselves, to leave our sins behind, and to build a stronger relationship with our Creator. Now, the month is slowly coming to an end. And this moment invites us to ask ourselves a very important question. Has Ramadan changed us? Because the true success of Ramadan is not only in fasting during the day or praying at night. The real success is when Ramadan leaves a lasting impact on our lives. It is when the lessons we learned during these 30 days continue to guide us long after the month has gone. Ramadan trains us in ways that no other time of the year does. For an entire month, we controlled our desires. For an entire month, we controlled our desires. We stayed away from food and drink from dawn until sunset, not because we could not access them, but because we chose to obey Allah. This discipline teaches us something powerful. If we can leave what is halal for the sake of Allah, then we can certainly leave what is halal for His sake as well. Ramadan also teaches us patience. Throughout the month, we faced hunger, thirst, tiredness, and sometimes even frustration. Yet we continued fasting, praying, and trying our best to remain patient. This patience is not meant to disappear when Ramadan ends. It is meant to become part of who we are. Ramadan teaches us generosity too. Many people give charity more frequently during this month. They feed the poor, help those in need, and become more aware of the struggles of others. This spirit of kindness should not end with the sighting of the new moon. Instead, it should continue throughout the year. But perhaps the greatest lesson of Ramadan is the connection we build with Allah. During this month, many of us prayed more regularly, read more Quran, and raised our hands in dua more often than usual. Our hearts softened, our faith became stronger, and we felt closer to our Creator. The goal is not to lose that connection once Ramadan ends. Of course, no one expects us to maintain the exact same level of worship every single day. Life will or return to its normal pace. Responsibilities will increase and distractions will return. But the believer holds on to something from Ramadan, a habit, a prayer, a connection that remains alive. Maybe it is the habit of praying on time. Maybe it is reading a few verses of Quran every day. Maybe it is making dua more often or avoiding certain sins that once felt normal. These small changes are signs that Ramadan truly affected our hearts. So as the final days of this blessed month pass, make a sincere intention. Do not leave Ramadan the same person who entered it. Leave with a heart that is more aware of Allah. Leave with a soul that is more patient and grateful. Leave with the determination to continue walking on the path of goodness. Because the real beauty of Ramadan is not just the month itself. The real beauty is the person you become after it.